Welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, tell a friend, share your comments. Join us for a live. Welcome everybody to Two Tons of Fun Friday. First up on the docket, we have season 4, episode 4 of £1,000 Sisters, Icing on the Cake. I did not go into this episode with much hope. My patience was stretched thin, but at last we saw some progress. So I wasn't completely
No, I
disappointed.
agree. I totally agree. But I'm gonna say my heart broke for like everyone when they found out like the grandmother's what was it blanket quilt was stolen. I felt
Mm-hmm.
so bad for them because like I don't have many possessions because I'm not a stuffed person, but there's certain things I don't think I could really handle someone stealing. And
Mm-hmm.
I completely understood. Like for example, like my mother made me when I was either it was before I was like right before I was born or right after I was born. She made me. She literally made me two Christmas stockings, and of
Mm-hmm.
everything I own, those are still my favorite things. So if someone ever stole those, I would be highly upset. Like highly upset because she
They're
made those by
sentimental.
hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Full name, birth year, and then the other one was number one son. And yeah, I would be real upset. So
Aww.
to have someone break, like literally break in, like it's like, dude, like let's talk about this. They stole the fridge, they stole the water heater, they stole her dresser. I'm like,
The kitchen
damn,
and bathroom sinks.
right?
But think about it. Think about it though. Tammy used to live next door. No, Amy used to live next door to
Amy,
Tammy, right? And
right?
that place was infested, right?
Mhm,
And then Tammy goes away, and it's 5 months, and we're supposed to think that Amy's paying the rent.
right.
Now, this is a duplex, a rental, and they said the owner was doing some work,
Mhm.
right? Did she really get robbed? Because what robber's going in and stealing a kitchen sink from this place? And the door didn't look that kicked in.
Right.
I'm just questioning, were they doing
Right.
renovations?
Okay, so since Debbie started the pessimism, I also feel bad. I'm just gonna add on. I felt bad them getting robbed. Right, we're gonna say they got robbed. That's what we're gonna go with. But I did notice, like, I was like, well, here's the thing, like, based on what we saw, what they showed,
Mm-hmm.
what robbers are skilled enough to come in there and remove the sinks and the water heater and the fridge with no water leaking anywhere? Like there was no signs of warping. There was no signs of wet. There was no signs of wet flooring. There was no signs. They didn't say the place smelled of mildew because I believe she has carpeting. So if it was just some random robbers robbing you, they just gonna rip the stuff out. There's gonna be water damage everywhere.
No,
So
I'll disagree on that because down here during the economic crash back in 2008, where everybody was going into foreclosure, there
uh,
was people stealing copper pipes down here, water heaters, cabinets, everything. And
no,
you'd be surprised how many people know how to take that out without leaving further damage.
really?
Yes, we're talking about
Oh
removing copper
wow.
piping from inside of walls.
Oh, see up
You'd be
here
surprised what people can
we got
do.
lazy. We got lazy thieves up here. They just will come in and rip your stuff off the wall and leave all sorts of telltale signs.
See, y'all got bougie
Literally.
people. We got people who know how to resell stuff. So there wasn't
Oh.
anything inside of that place that could be resold other than what was nailed down, like a kitchen sink, a water heater, a fridge, a bathroom sink. I'm surprised they
Mhm.
didn't take the toilet.
Okay.
I'm surprised, but I
Okay.
do
See, yeah.
question.
Okay, it's different down
All they
there.
have to do, all they had to do was turn off the main outside and then run the water in all the sinks and flush
Okay.
the toilet and then take out whatever they got. And then you'll just have like a few drops from any uncapped pipes. But honestly, just turn off the water from the main and you can
See,
steal everything.
now you got me thinking because oh, see, y'all got smart people like smart thievery down there, like who would actually think to go find a water main. Up here, they not people ain't got time for all that. They trying to rip and run. I'm just saying. But you make a
They
very
were
good
even
point. Okay,
stealing
okay.
electrical wiring with the copper in it. I'm just telling you, you got to take what can be resold and okay, so the quilt was sentimental and I'm sure it was really good quality quilt making, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm I don't think they took that for resale. They probably took that cuz it was clean and it looked
Mm-hmm.
decent, whereas the rest of the clothes, bedding, furniture didn't really look that
Mm-hmm.
great, or they didn't know someone of that size that could utilize that. So
Mm-hmm.
they left that, but they took the dresser because the dresser was probably decent, but they didn't take the chair because that was probably broken down. They didn't take a bed because that was probably broken down. But they took what they could took that they could resell it. If it wasn't the landlord doing renovations.
Right.
Because do we trust that Amy was paying the rent? And why did she leave Amy to pay the rent? Why couldn't she pay the rent?
Right.
Because they're both still active on social media making money that way, ain't they? And they got their money from the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Mm-hmm.
not adding up for me.
Right.
But I did feel bad that her grandma's quilt was stolen. But I do like how she handled it. Some progression. She ain't blow up. She actually said, I hope the person who took it, they needed it, you know? Um, which I thought was quite mature for Tammy. A couple here. Can we talk about the husband slicing a patch pudding and Amy eating from his leg and feed it to the baby? Wait, what? Silver Goddess, what's this about? Old episode here. Can we talk about the husband slicing a patch, putting it on his leg, and Amy eating it from his leg and feeding it to the baby? Slicing a patch of what? Wait, what? Did y'all see that baby's feet? Did you see how dirty
No.
that little baby foot was? It was as black as the onesie that Gage was wearing. I'm sorry. I don't know. Oh, a peach. A peach. Sorry, Silver Goddess. Thank you. I didn't see that. Ew. Oh, gross.
Yeah, no.
Tammy's
No.
reaction did show growth. I was appreciative of it. Um, eh, do I believe it's sustainable? I don't know. I don't know. I want to believe it though. Eat, sleep, poop. Oh. Oh, I love it. I love it. Amy and her Sunway says Amy and her husband are living a boring life, the life of a toddler, eat, sleep, poop. Oof. And go to the hospital for indigestion, thinking that first of all, I didn't realize she was that far along in her pregnancy.
Me neither.
Second of all, indigestion? Did she eat one slice of pizza or the whole pizza?
But the way she eats, she should have been had indigestion. I'm so sorry to say it like that. Let's be honest.
But after the gynecologist told her she was morbidly obese, right? And that she needed to
Right.
change her diet and that string cheese isn't one of the four major food groups. You would think that she would have made like she is carrying a child. You would think she would want to eat better, if not for herself, but for the baby, right? Um, I don't think she's made any changes because she keeps saying, after the baby's born, I'll do this, I'll do that. And I don't believe it. I'm sick of seeing Amy on this show. I'm sick of seeing Amy.
Oh, okay. Talking about Amy. Here's the thing. Y'all supposedly was trying to do a YouTube video. I'm not understanding why I had an iPad next to you with Amy and y'all just didn't do a live or film through StreamYard. That just looked so produced and so stupid.
It did. It did. And it was just amateur hour. I don't watch them on social media. I don't watch them on YouTube. So I don't know if that's the norm for them since Tammy has been away in rehab. But it didn't make sense to me. And if you notice, if Michael was the one who was filming it on his iPad, how many iPads they got in that house? But if he was the one who was filming it, why did they have Tammy facing the TLC camera as opposed to facing Michael? So I don't believe that either. That was a trash scene just for TLC purposes to show that Tammy was being, crotchety.
Yeah, it probably was.
She needs a bath. Who needs a bath? Amy? Oof, oof. Hold on. Oh, that's true. Okay, Ryan says she thinks eating like trash is okay because she's pregnant. Well, one would have thought, see, again, I question whether they understand proper nutrition.
Right.
And shouldn't they have learned that before getting their bypass surgeries or their weight loss surgeries? I don't get it. Just because you're pregnant doesn't give you a license to put any old garbage in your mouth. You have a responsibility to the unborn child that you're carrying. I don't think she gets that either. Oh my God. Did anyone else think this was strange? Okay. When she was teaching, Amy was teaching her son to potty train, right? And they had the potty in the bathroom. Why was there a hole in the door right at the level of Gage's head? Secondly, when she was going to show him, why did I have the greatest fear that she was going to pull up her garments and show him how to use the toilet? Thank God she didn't. But then why does she say, let's take your potty out of the bathroom, the room specifically designed for eliminating waste and refreshing our epidermis, and put it out into the living room for him to learn to use the toilet in the living room? I've never had a child, but anyone who has, where did you do your potty training? In the bathroom, the toilet, water closet, whatever you call it, or in your living room? Please let me know. Please let me know.
Is it bad that I don't care about the show?
No, I don't care about the Amy parts because I
Yeah.
sit there and I rip everything apart. Everything. She thinks having a baby is giving the baby's giving me a craving for this, so I gotta eat it.
Yes.
Very uneducated, but I agree with you. You saw the hole in the door too. Oh my God. So Silver Goddess, you did your potty training in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't remember potty training. Sorry, but
I don't either.
based on what I've seen and what makes sense is you do the potty training in the bathroom because Okay, this is how it's supposed to be set up from what I see. You put the training chair next to the toilet. The reason why is because you want to train the child to go into the bathroom to use the bathroom, and basically they make the potty chairs almost replicas of the toilet. So
Mm-hmm.
once the child can get on the toilet by themselves, they understand like if this chair is no longer here, that I have to use this. Versus if you put that potty chair in the living room per se, once you move the potty chair, the baby's not going to know to go into the bathroom because it's never been there. It's going to go right to that spot where that potty chair is, and it's going to do its business right where that chair was.
Oh my God.
Because that's what you trained. That's where you train them to go.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, at that age, the baby's following you around. They're seeing what you're doing. They're basically mimicking what you're doing. So you should, like, she started off so well. And then she said, let's take this shit out to the living room. Let's just literally take this shit out to the living room. And since Lil Bit ain't here no more, popping a squat next to the couch, I'm going to train you, my child, to do what Lil Bit used to do. Let's just call a thing a thing. Ryan says not a parent, but is engaged too young to potty train. I don't think so. I don't think so. You can start getting them into it. I don't know how successful it's going to be, but start off as quickly as possible because those diapers are expensive. And she's got another one on the way. And I feel that's why she's trying to get Gage into the habit of going to the potty so that because two kids in diapers is really expensive.
Here's what it says.
Oh,
It says many children show signs of being ready for potty training between ages 18 and 24 months. However, others might not be ready until they're 3 years old. There's no rush. If you start too early, it might take longer to train your child.
if the kid is curious, have the little potty right there. He could play pretend pee pee. Amy said to Gage, "You don't want to go potty like normal people in the bathroom." Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god. Her scenes frustrate me because they're just pure ignorance. Pure fucking ignorance. And I have no time for it. Um what'd you think about the Chris scene with the obstacle course with his nephews? It was cute, but did I want to see it? No.
Exactly.
No. Um but don't well that's what she says. She wanted to get him trained because diapers were expensive. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. um then the last part of this was Tammy's section. Um, the girls, Amanda and Misty, decide to drive over to Tammy's facility to go and visit her and see how she's doing and finally break the news 2 weeks after they found out that the place was robbed, to go and tell her what happened at her place, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they hang out with her. They want to take her out. And Tammy's like, no, I don't feel comfortable leaving this place because y'all don't know what to do with my trach. Like, what if, like, she's had the incident in the middle of the night where something happens. Her two sisters aren't equipped to help her if she can't breathe.
Right.
And that was like a bubble bursting for Amanda because I think, like, yeah, Amanda's the first one to stand up here and say, oh my gosh, she's cheated death all of these times, but things are different for her now. She has that thing in her throat, and you just want to take her out to do what? Go shopping and hang out like she's normal? No. And I think that was like a wake up point for Amanda and Misty that this girl is in a facility 5 hours away from y'all fighting for her life. And no, you can't take her out to go shopping just like that. And I appreciated that scene. They go and they play Pokino,
Tokino,
something like
yeah.
that. Heidi mentioned to me that her future husband was at the table.
Oh wow.
He was at the table. It wasn't the guy next to her, but he was next to
Mhm.
that guy.
Oh.
Yeah, and there was a quick like a quick flash of him, like production accidentally got him in the frame and couldn't get him out quick enough or whatever. Um Amanda has some big boys. Yeah, but except for that one, like who's that baby daddy? But the other three, they're big. And one even looks like he could wear Amanda's brasiers. Um, but them is some big boys. I see the genetics is going through the family generation by generation. Um, so they play Pacino or whatever. They seem to be having fun. We realize that Amanda and Misty spend the night at a hotel. They still haven't told her what's going on this first day. They come back the next day. Is it the next day? Yeah, because it's the next day that they tell her down in the hair salon. And she takes it better than I thought she was gonna take it.
Mhm.
But I think it's a lie. I don't think Tammy's changed.
No, this is just for show.
I whatever. But Tammy tells them, before y'all go, I have to do a weigh in for Dr. Smith. Come with me down to the weigh in. I think she's nervous because she knows that she usually self sabotages right when she's getting close to her goal, and she's within 10 pounds of her goal. Um,
Mhm.
so we go, she does the weigh in, and she is 15 pounds below goal. So she's lost like 25 pounds.
Yes, she did not. She did not go to Burger King these last couple of weeks. Good job, Tammy, in my opinion.
And again, it just felt like to me, they was like, oh, yeah, she's getting surgery now. What about the therapy?
That's what Tammy said. She's like, I still, I love Tammy for this. She's still like, I fit the weight, but I still gotta get these therapy sessions. And she's like, it's hard for me to talk with people. Oh my goodness. And
Why
I'm
is
going
it
to
hard
like,
for her to talk to people, though?
I have no clue. It's just with her. I'll put it this way: I never found a connection to her because she fights against everything. Like she's very close minded, but she wants help,
Mm-hmm.
and she has an understanding that she needs help, but she at her core, this is just what I'm picking up from her. She has a natural distrust of people due to her past, and that's just. I think that's just. I think that's just natural going through things that she's gone through, based on what we've been told. I can get that, but we don't know where her trauma stems from. Was it a professional person? Was it a close family friend? Like we don't know that part. At least I don't know that. So my thing with her is these people are specifically there to help you, and we love Dr. Connie here. I'm sorry, we love her. She's fantastic, and she needs to be open to a professional helping her out because they're not there to judge you. They're not judging you. What they're trying to do is they're trying to open you up to where you can get the help you need. And you have like what from all the 600 Pound Live and some other shows, like you really have to be in a proper mental state to go through that. So it's a huge undertaking. And honestly, mentally, she's just not there. She's not because you can't change doesn't happen until you open your mind. So she's in my opinion, she's quite a bit of ways.
Well, we all
And I think that
know. she gets the surgery anyway. I think that's part of my biggest disappointment because
That's why you mad. That's why you mad. That's why you really mad, Debbie. That's why you can't stand this because you just know, like you know, this is all for show. You wasting 12 episodes of my life when you could have just done a 90-minute special of showing Tammy get her surgery. I mean, that's really what it boils down to.
yes, I'm
You,
angry. I'm angry. I'm butt hurt. I don't think she should be allowed to get the surgery if she isn't mentally there. I think it's cheating. It's cheating for all the rest of us who don't have the benefit of a TLC show to take our fat asses up there and get surgery. There you go. I said it. I said it. I don't think she deserves it. She's not nice. She's not nice. No one in this family deserves. Well, maybe Chris does. Chris
Chris
deserved the
does.
surgery. He
Chris is
seems
doing the
nice.
thing. And here's my issue with Tammy overall. And I could be wrong. I'm just predicting here. I don't think surgery would help Tammy due to her mental state. And I think I think her mental state is nothing that can be changed.
Mm-hmm.
And my fear is that if she gets the surgery, being as lazy as she is, I don't think she's going to keep up the eating. I don't think she's going to keep up the exercising. My fear for her is that she's going to eat through that surgery.
Like
I
Amy.
can see, yes,
Yep. Because dumb is as dumb does. Ugh.
and we're gonna foreshadow this with the fact that she got married to someone she met in the center.
Heidi told me that they're still in the center.
They're still in the center, so they're still in the center.
Yes, they're married and in the center. Like she got the surgery and she still stayed there. Like she doesn't even have the tools to do this outside of a facility.
And then you married
How?
to, and then here's the thing: you married someone who also doesn't have the tools to do it outside of the center because he's still there. He's still there with you.
This just doesn't make sense to me.
If I and everybody, if I'm not understanding this correctly, if I'm looking at this wrong, please tell me. But I don't think I am, based on what we've seen.
Okay, so Ryan says Tammy has trauma she won't deal with, which will cause her to continue with her food addiction even if she gets surgery.
See, yeah, that's a better way to put it. That's a really good way to put it, Ryan. Thank you.
You know, I we watched this show. I haven't watched from the beginning. I don't get all of the nuances. Um, I just see a bunch of people wasting my time watching this show. But you guys love it. You watch our review. Like this is our best reviewed show out of all the trash that we watch. And we thank you for it. Um, but I don't get it. I don't get why y'all watch the show faithfully.
I think people watch it because either A, they're in a similar boat and looking for some sort of hope, or two, they've watched from the beginning and they're still rooting for Tammy and Amy and their family.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only way I can see it. Like for me, if they cut everyone else out the show but Chris, I'd be happy. This is why I said if they could just cancel this show, cancel Best Friends, do a spinoff with Vanessa and Chris, I would watch that.
They should do like a cooking show. Post surgery cooking, for cleaner living. I think they can do that. I think they could do that. But Ryan says, I wonder if the husband has had the surgery. I bet not. Well, I bet they'll save that for a future season. So
Right.
next season will be their romance and getting married and all of that. So then he'll become a main character and get the
Mm-hmm.
surgery because it seems like that's the trend that they've done. Like they brought on another sibling after another sibling in order to get them the surgery. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so now she's bringing on a husband, and he'll get the surgery, and they'll live post surgery happily ever after, bumping uglies. I don't know. I don't know. TLC is addicting. TLC is the devil. Was one of the men sitting at the table her fiance when Tammy and her sisters? Yes, yes. It wasn't the guy that was sitting opposite Amanda and just next to Tammy. It was another guy, one down from him. He was sitting across from on the other side of the table from Amanda. But yes, he was there. It was very brief. You have to rewind it and go back and check it out. But her current husband was at that table, which now leads me to suspect, because Amanda and Misty and Amy and them get really all hot and bothered when she starts this romance with this guy at the rehab. And I'm like, okay, but you was sitting there playing Pokino with him. Okay, it's all for the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is only my second season of this show too. Oh, okay, Ryan, good. So then I don't feel so all alone and lost.
No,
Um,
because what happened? What happened is like I followed them through my 600 pound life, and when if you guys, I'm sure the episodes are still up. If you guys go and watch those episodes, you don't even need to watch the previous episodes of this show to get an idea of what's going on there, because Amy had made such improvements. What happened? This is just, I could be wrong, but what happened with Amy from that show to this is that she got complacent because she was making significant progress. She was making such significant progress that she was actually motivating Tammy. When Amy fell off, Tammy fell off the cliff with her. I'm telling you guys, go watch those episodes. If you can, go watch those episodes of My 600 Pound Life, not this show, My 600 Pound Life, and I think you'll see what I'm talking about.
okay. Silver
Because
Goddess says, but first let's start with a cleaner body. Oh, true. Mm.
right, we have to
Uh-huh.
remember
Uh-huh.
their mother told them that she didn't think that told Amy straight up, I thought you were gonna fail. I expected you to fail.
I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So that's why I've always said with this show, it's a struggle if you follow them from My 600 Pound Life, because their attitudes are in stark contrast to what they were on that show.
Okay. All right. So we've got a couple of first timers with me. All right. I don't feel too bad. And Silver Goddess thinks that Amanda's going to get her groove back next season. Why is she waiting for next season? Start riding that pony now. How many episodes were they on 600 Pound Life? Do we know?
Let's see, she's been busy. For some reason, I think they were on two. They were on season 6. So go back there. For some reason, I saw them on multiple episodes.
Oh, wow.
Because think about this. When Tammy first went to Dr. Now, she was 591 pounds.
When was she 700 pounds then?
Oh, before she was
Or
700
was that
pounds.
one of the siblings over exaggerating?
Oh, let me double check that. I'm gonna lie on it.
Oh, wait a minute. No, because she's lost 100 and something pounds to get down to
She ballooned.
534.
She remember she ballooned
Okay.
up. She ballooned
Okay.
up to 700.
Jesus Christ. 700 pounds. And I call
Mm-hmm.
myself a fat ass now. Oof. Speaking of fat ass, I'm craving chips.
I can't stand you. So yeah, the most she ever weighed was 717 pounds.
Oof.
Mhm.
Oof. Okay. Well,
Mhm.
she's down to 534 point something pounds. And I mean, Amanda had the best reaction. Did you take a shit? Wow.
I was like, wow. Amanda, she hit the thing with Amanda. Sometimes she says something that you be like, Amanda. I shouldn't laugh at you. Like I shouldn't laugh at you for saying that, but I'm gonna laugh because it was funny.
And I
I
had to think about it too. I was like, wow, did she though? That's why the
oh
thieves
my
didn't
god.
take the toilet. Silver Goddess, you a mess.
Oh my goodness.
But we were happy for her. At least I was. But it's all temporary in my books when it comes to Tammy. The one last thing that I want to comment on. All right, so when they after the weigh-in, everybody was happy, and we saw Amanda and Misty do like their confessional, and Misty was like teary-eyed about it. Like they're really seeing this as her meeting her goal. Like she's gonna be like skinny model like in a year once she get that surgery. Da 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 da. I don't hold out those hopes at all, but I never really noticed how big this woman is until they
Mhm.
showed the profile of her, where you saw the fat deposit on her forehead and all of the fat on the back of her neck. This woman has a gigantic head, y'all. Like, can y'all imagine how heavy that must be to keep upright all day?
Mhm.
Like sometimes my purse be too heavy on my shoulder and I'm
Shut
complaining like a
up.
bitch. I
Not the purse.
am. No, seriously, seriously. Like I'm one of those people that carries everything, including my kitchen sink, in my bag because I have to, if I, especially if
Oh,
I'm out with my mom. There's like
gotcha.
things that I need for her, right? So the bag tends to get heavy. And like I do a crossbody so I can distribute the weight better. And it's like I'm trying all these things and bitch, I'm still hurting. But when I looked at her in profile, and then Amanda says she's a beast. And I was just like, oh my God, what am I watching? What am I
Mhm.
watching? And you feel bad for her. And then she started crying when the sisters were leaving. And Amanda was like, look at me, trying to be the cheerleader. And I was just like, this is crazy. This is crazy what we're watching. Oh my God. You can see it, especially when she has the two French braids in her hair. Yes, yes. And Silver Goddess says, all joking aside, I'm happy for Tammy. I was happy for Tammy in that moment too. However, um, I worry. There's no consistency with anybody in this family. Even Chris, I have a little asterisk next to his name because I'm just waiting for him to go back to old patterns, old habits.
Right.
Every single one of these people in this family has had this surgery, and all of them are still big. It, I I don't have that much hope for them. Ryan says, I wouldn't be surprised if her quote shows up on eBay or Craigslist. Yep, yep. I was happy for Tammy in that moment. I was happy for her. And then I was amazed. Bless her heart. And I'm glad that she's lost some weight. She looks completely different now. Heidi showed me a picture of her now in the facility. She doesn't have in her trach anymore. She just uses the oxygen, and she looks completely different. And bless her heart, I hope that she learns the tools in order to sustain a healthy lifestyle so that she can do it on her own outside of the facility.
But, huge but, her marrying somebody who's also in the facility. What's going to happen if she gets out and he doesn't?
He's going to get the surgery too. And look, Susan thinks
Okay.
that Tammy needs to stay a distance from them and live her best life. Yes, I think that is like a good point, Susan. Maybe she could stay in that town away from her family and start her new life with her husband. But she needs the tools in order to do it outside that facility, or else she's gonna be like that other lady with the squeaky voice who been living there for 7, 8 years. Who wants that? Who wants an institutional life? She's lost the forehead hump. She has. It's gone down. I think the relationship / marriage is for the show. That's my opinion, so that they can get another season. They need to get some hobbies. Eating isn't all we need in life. Yes, she needs to adopt that philosophy. What is it? I eat to live, not live to eat.
Right.
She needs to adopt that philosophy. But yeah, that was the episode, y'all. Tammy made her goal. She made it below 550 pounds. Now all she has to do is get through the therapy, and bada bing, bada boom, she's getting the surgery so that she can lose weight. Tammy, let's see. Ryan says Tammy will need to learn to live on her own. She's always had someone taking care of her. So then maybe the husband is the replacement for Amy. Maybe
Okay.
that's
Good
it.
point. Didn't think of it that way.
But he in a wheelchair too, and how, if he can't take care of himself, how's he taking care of her? I don't get it. Whatever. Anyway, y'all, Jamal, any did we miss anything in this trash box episode?
Nope. We are good to go.
All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us today. Hey, Tina. Everybody in the live chat, thank you so much for joining us today and helping us muddle through this show. Join us at the top of the hour. We will be talking about 1,000-pound best friends. They're getting on my nerves too, but whatever. There's always some hope somewhere. All right. So bring your notes, and see you in a few minutes for 1,000-pound best friends. Jamal, until next time.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Bye.